Welcome to another episode of Do You Even Resonate? All right, so this is a show where I conduct actual message testing on actual websites using real people, somebody's ICP. So in this case, we have Maxio. So what is Maxio? Maxio is, as they say, billing and financial operations for B2B SaaS. And so we ran a message test for them with what was their audience? It was B2B SaaS founders. So actually, Maxio has a lot of different ICPs. This is just one of them. So we put their homepage in front of founders of B2B SaaS companies and then learned what they think. So overall, clarity, 3.9 out of 5. And interest in learning more, meaning like interest in demos and so on, not very high, 3.3 out of 5. What is the issue? Well, they told us all the things, like what's still unclear and the biggest doubts they have and all that stuff. And then I had AI summarize all the key things and top positives and negatives. And then let's just go over what the people said. So starting with the homepage, and this is not just messaging. Nobody actually said that. This is my opinion. This hands on a laptop and the small screenshots. I mean, the whole point is people want to see the product. So nobody needs to see the hands. It gives me like 2001 vibes here. And make the screenshots bigger because like the black background does not add any value at all. Okay, so what are B2B SaaS founders saying about these things? Well, a couple of things. So first of all, they read billing and financial operations. And they're like, well, how are billing and financial operations different from each other? Are they the same thing? And then they read, oh, it automates billing and subscription management and collections and reporting. And they're like, so I'm not a financial person, and so I can't really tell what's this about, or I need my CFO to read this. So, and also it says like for B2B SaaS on the menu they have a link developer, so they do get it. It's for B2B SaaS and they like it, but the SaaS founder, if they are an ICP, they do not find themselves in this copy. This language is not for them. And a lot of them also pointing out and focus on what's next. Like, what does that even mean? So people don't know what is next. So yeah, and absolutely not great language. Then they read the whole thing. What's missing? What's still unclear? They ask about pricing. Obviously pricing is over here. They ask about integrations. Integrations, again, they have a sub-page somewhere. I forget exactly where. But integrations was asked about so often, I think you might want to bring it somewhere onto your homepage. It's that important, at least to this founder audience. And then another key thing missing here is people are reading this and they're like, okay, so is this a Stripe billing alternative? And I'm already using Stripe billing, and most people are because Stripe billing is number one in category leader, right? And so, then how is this different or better than Stripe billing? Which is a valid question. The duplication of purchase law, right? It says, doesn't matter what your positioning, what your niche is, you're always competing. Your top competitor is always the biggest company in the space, which in this case is Stripe billing. And they cannot figure out what is different because you are not saying what's different. You are assuming that they have, a feature matrix, or they're doing some sort of a side-by-side comparison themselves. That's hard work. Nobody wants to do that. It's just easier to stick with what's already there, Stripe billing, because this is moving from Stripe billing to Maxio, right? This is like a replacement job. It's a heavy job. So unless it's a very compelling reason why switch, you solve a very important pain point that's still unsolved. They will keep stay as it is, right? So I think a big thing this homepage needs to do is spell out your differentiated value against Stripe billing, and maybe some other stuff also. Like people also are like global markets. Oh, so is this like paddle-esque? thing. They weren't sure what the global here means, or things. Oh, SaaS metrics, yeah, close the books fast. What do you have? What does SaaS metrics have to do with closing the books? Also these icons, just add no value. I would rather use screenshots that you can click on and zoom out, lightbox type of stuff. Mostly this section here, they found it clear. They wanted to keep on reading. Some people did say that this offer the pricing models your customers want is like, oh, what does that even mean? And this section here, the manage your growing customer base, similar thing where people are like, well, what does that even mean? Like, what is streamlining customer onboarding and renewals? Like, no, like it's not a real world, really. Like it doesn't mean anything. And people don't get it. I thought the most compelling part was this: that automate your gap compliance. Founders seem to resonate with this quite a bit. Less so with FX stuff here. And they wanted a demo. They wanted a product demo before scheduling the demo. Like people like self-serve, and you guys have product demos on the website and tours and stuff, right? So to take a tour, it wasn't clear that it's taking a tour. And hear me out. Yeah, it does say take a tour. But in so many B2B SaaS companies, take a tour means schedule a demo with somebody who will give you a tour. So I think it will be wise to say self-serve tool, or embed the tour already on your homepage so they can click. Because I personally took a look at it, and I even nudged my CTOs like, hey, we should look into this, right? And so yeah, so if it is for SaaS founders, and it's also for other ICPs, I suggest that you add a page here that funnels the startup founders somewhere else, that speaks about the top problems they have, right? And has less financial language, because most founders are developers, they're marketers. I don't know anybody who's finance first founder. I've never met anybody in my life. Like, I'm sure they exist. Yeah, so that's it for this episode. Thank you very much. I'll catch you next time.